focused on the investigation.
News with Katrina Smith.
Welcome and good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on this Sunday, March 10th. I'm Katrina Smith. Meteorologist Eric Gage is over in the Weather Center. It's been a tricky forecast for the past 24 or so hours, depending on where you live. Like, right, I came in and harassed you a little bit. I said, where's the snow? And you can explain what's going on with this.
Yeah, I hate forecasts like these because it's 32, 33 degrees, and depending on the difference, you either get 6, 8 inches of snow or nada. And where is that snow right now? Well, let's take a look at the Masnet camera network, because you can see here Morrisville, Westmoreland, Sherburne. It's looking pretty much bone dry, I mean, aside from the rain we saw, but you head to the higher elevations north, closer to Whiteface, Oppenheim, you're seeing that's where that snow is. Even then, not a whole lot, because that warm layer near the surface was just enough to prevent major accumulation as of now. But a live look at the radar, we're seeing patchy drizzle and a few flurries. We're entering a dry period over the next few hours. But as we approach the late afternoon to late evening, that's when more snow will arrive. You can see wraparound snow showers arriving just outside of Buffalo. And over the next 12 hours, again, that dry slot moving in, temperatures remaining in the mid to upper 30s, then cooling down throughout the day. Lingering steady snow overnight tonight, but the winds will remain strong as well for tonight and tomorrow. We'll talk about that, plus what to expect weather-wise following this into the work week coming up. Katrina?
Thank you so much, Eric. A cabin in the town of
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back. Happy Daylight Saving Day. Our 7 p.m. sunset continues for today. Now, something we're mentioning as well, along with the rain and snow in some spots, are the winds. There are wind advisories in effect for Oneida, southern Herkimer, Otsego counties, into the Mohawk Valley, down towards Albany, all the way out to Syracuse, mainly due to strong wind gusts, obviously. But take a look at some of these potential wind gusts for today. We're thinking between 20 to as high as 35-mile-per-hour wind gusts, which are breezy and windy, but not too bad. The real wind picks up tonight and into tomorrow. We're talking about wind gusts between 40 to as high as 50 miles per hour right here in the hilltops. And this will continue all throughout Monday. Then the winds will come to an end by Tuesday and into Wednesday. So look at your wind outlook for here. Breezy today, windy tomorrow. More calm winds arrive by the middle of the week. But to the radar. The important thing for this morning is that we're seeing the low pressure system continue north and east. And beyond that, we're seeing just a pocket of a few flurries and drizzle taking place right now. We're in a dry slot, but wraparound snow showers will begin to develop by the afternoon and the evening. And this has a potential producing blowing snow and potential whiteouts as well from snow squalls. But that looks to be primarily affecting the Finger Lakes region. South of Route 20 will be the main area we're looking into for potential snow squalls. Areas north, the winds won't be nearly as strong for today. But again, throughout the day, these temperatures remain in the mid to as high as the upper 30s. But then we cool down again tonight, and we're talking about widespread steady snowfall. Not a whole lot in the lowest elevations. Again, it's been still so warm near the surface. You can even see behind me here on the Nexus camera, things are completely bare. In fact, entirely wet from rain showers. And because of that, our additional snowfall forecast for today and into tomorrow, noticing the valley missing out on a lot of that snow. The highest totals will be to upsloping, the atmosphere squeezing out moisture as the strong westerly wind pushes into higher elevations north and south of Oneida County. And additional snowfall totals in the High Peaks area in the Adirondacks. And so the bigger picture, we got this low pressure shifting to the north, wraparound snow showers beginning this afternoon and lingering overnight. And closely on our Skycast, we can see that snow developing this afternoon. Blowing snow possible south, steady, widespread light snow overnight tonight. And then by tomorrow, lingering snow showers, which will be coming to an end by tomorrow afternoon. And some sunshine could possibly peek out right before sunset tomorrow evening. And looking forward to that because we'll see sunshine at 7 p.m. for that sunset. But again, your 7-day forecast, it's breezy today, temperatures in the 30s, windy tomorrow, highs in the 30s. Then you warm up by the middle of the week. Potential for rain on Wednesday, better chances later on in the week, but Tuesday is looking dry. And our trivia question, from 1986 to 2006, or 1987 to 2006, daylight saving did not start in March. When did it start and end?
I'm going to go with April and November.
April and
October, so I was right when I first thought about it.
You don't want to second guess. You got it right.
Never second guess yourself. Well, I figured because that would be right, like so it's earlier and it's a month earlier. But then I thought, you know, like the farmers.
Yeah, they shifted it and then they passed something in 2006.
They realized it was a bad idea and they shifted it back, right?
Yeah, that's my guess.
That's what I'm thinking. Speaking of daylight saving, ready or not, spring forward is here. We turned those clocks at 2 a.m., giving us an extra hour of sunlight on the back end of the day. In March of 2022, the Senate passed the Sunshine Protection Act, which would have kept daylight saving time year-round, but it did not pass. According to a study by the National Institutes of Health, Americans do experience health changes. Ready? With that time change, that includes strokes, heart attacks, accidents, and changes in mood. We're back after this. Welcome back, and thank you for joining us for another half hour of News Channel 2 Weekend Today. I'm Katrina Smith. Tricky forecast for the meteorologists here on Smith Hill. Depending on where you are and what the temperature was, you either got snow or you got really not much of anything.
Yeah, and
regardless, we all got an hour less sleep, didn't we?
Yeah, so say something that is more black and white are the sunrise and sunset times.
Yeah.
It was still dark out early this morning. Sunrise time was 7:18, but my favorite part is that sunset time, 7:03. Much longer evening. I am looking forward to that especially. Maybe not so much when I have to go to bed early in the summertime and it's still light out, but I'll enjoy it while it's still a little bit on the early side. Regarding that snowfall, again, it's a very tricky forecast. Marginal temperatures right around 32 degrees. I've made it very difficult for some locations to pick up any bit of snow, but you head up in the higher elevations north and east of Utica, you're seeing that's where most of that snow has fallen. And we are entering a brief dry slot for this morning, lingering into the early part of this afternoon, but wraparound snow showers are going to start moving into central New York, possibly initially as rainfall in the lowest elevations. Again, it's going to struggle a little bit to get accumulation in the Mohawk Valley, but areas south, a better chance of seeing some snow, especially in the higher elevations south and west of Madison County. But temperatures remaining in the 30s today, cooling down in the low 30s tonight, and winds remain pretty strong. We'll talk about the winds, potential snowfall, any accumulation, and when things do come to an end coming up. Katrina?
Thank you, Eric. The international community is watching nervously as Haiti continues to.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back. The tricky early March wintry system continues to push through our area as temperatures remain marginally around 32 degrees. A live look at the York Battery Storm Tracker 2 at live radar. You can see that some locations seeing flurries and light snow, other locations some light drizzle. Now we are entering a dry slot briefly for this morning and early part of this afternoon. So if you have to go out and do plans, go out to the store this morning, head out to church, things are looking on the better side, but will turn a little bit more active as the morning comes to an end and the afternoon begins to arrive, because we're talking about wraparound snow showers. In the lowest elevations, it might still initially start out as rain, as it will be well above freezing, but overnight tonight, things will turn over to all snow as we do fall below freezing. In fact, those temperatures in the 30s for today, and in some locations in the low 30s, especially north and east of Utica and the higher elevations. But something else to mention too, on top of the potential snow and rain, it's also windy. We've got wind advisories in effect this evening, overnight, and into early tomorrow. It's breezy for now, but winds will pick up on the stronger side. You can see here, gusts today, especially south of I-90, between 20 and maybe 35 miles per hour. But overnight tonight, the winds will pick up even more. We're talking about between 30 to 45 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts along those hilltops south. So again, wind advisories in effect until tomorrow. Then the winds will gradually subside by Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday morning. And so again, our wind outlook, we can see here, breezy today, windy for tomorrow, but then calm winds arrive Tuesday and Wednesday. Regarding the snowfall, this is the latest forecast for today and into Monday. The initial round of snow, again, on the lighter side because those temperatures were right around 32 degrees. In fact, some of the weather stations were 33 in Fulton County. Again, 1 degree above 32, and that makes a difference between seeing a lot of snow or barely any. It's why I don't really like snowy systems like this. But you can see here, our headlines for the system, largely elevation-based. A brief dry slot this morning. Wraparound snow develops this afternoon. Potential for squalls south of Route 20, primarily in the Finger Lakes region. Then steady light snow develops overnight tonight. You see here the bigger picture. That low pressure is continuing to shift north. Wraparound rain and snow pushes into central New York overnight. And closely in our skycast, we can see those temperatures in the 30s in the Mohawk Valley. In areas south, cooling down into the 20s overnight tonight. And then by tomorrow, initial snow showers. Then things do gradually dry out. In fact, some sunshine is possible by tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. And definitely looking forward to that because, of course, with that 7 p.m. sunset, we'll see a much longer evening. But for your 7-day forecast, again, it's breezy for today. Highs in the 30s, a little cooler tomorrow, but more windy. Then the winds come to an end. The sunshine arrives for Tuesday. Highs in the 40s. Then clouds increase. Potential for some light rain Wednesday. Better chances for rain later on in the week. But those temperatures do remain mild. And our final trivia question of the weekend. The youngest winner of any Oscar was Shirley Temple in 1934. How old is she?
Maybe D9.
You got to go lower.
Fine. Whoa,
She was
really?
6 years old, and I guess they don't.
Can you imagine?
I couldn't imagine being 6 years old and already having an Oscar. That's a pretty incredible resume. But yeah, they don't make that award anymore apparently. So
No.
I guess you can't get the juvenile award for the Oscars.
Well, that kind of stinks, you know. She's a legend then. Well, speaking of the Academy Awards, ready for this? Tune in tonight to find out.
News with Ben Kinney.
Good evening. It's a Storm Tracker 2 alert day as winds in the area begin to pick up. We'll have the latest power outage numbers locally in just a moment, but first, let's check in with meteorologist Sam Wessing in the Weather Center for more on this Storm Tracker 2 alert day. Sam, we can already hear those winds howling up here on Smith Hill, and it's only going to get worse from here.
Exactly. The winds are going to continue to pick up. Wind gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour, especially as we head overnight into Monday morning. Snow is mainly north of us right now, so snow is not the bigger concern. It's more of a little bit of snow mixed with that winds, and that's really what we're going to be watching for tonight. Let's take a look. You can see where kind of lake effect makes such a big difference. As you can see here, we're at Old Forge getting some snow rapidly throughout the day today. They have some snow. Most areas, though, staying dry as we continue, but we are expecting those bands to kind of get a little bit more bands, some bands dropping south as well. So we will continue to see snow as we head overnight. As you can see, most of that lake effect well to our north of Boonville, Old Forge, seeing some of that lake effect snow. And this is what we're going to be watching is more bands coming off of the lakes as well as some of that band shifting south as we're going to see those northwesterly winds as we continue overnight. So that's what I'm tracking is that lake effect snow continuing into Monday morning. Windy, though, that's going to be from tonight until the evening hours on Monday, watching those winds all day tomorrow. And so that's going to lead to, like I said, some power outages are still going to be possible overnight due to some of that wet snow we're going to be seeing and those windier conditions. As we head overnight tonight, I do expect us to see some lake effect snow as we continue into the morning. Not too much an accumulation for here, but something that we're still going to wake up with a little bit of snow on the ground and temperatures back into the upper 20s. A look at what you can expect for that work week ahead. That's coming up. Back over to you, Ben.
Sam, thank you very much. Here's a look at the latest power outage numbers. So far, none in Herkimer, Madison, or Oneida or Otsego counties. However, Hamilton County, over 4,000 are in the dark right now, 4,355. That's over half of Hamilton County. We'll keep you updated on power outage information on air and online at WKTV.com. The Oneida County Sheriff's Office.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good evening. A lot of that snow staying up to the north of Utica. As we continue into the evening, we do expect to see a lot of that lake effect, those bands to pass down to the south, as well as a couple other bands off the lake. So we do expect to see some snow as we head into the overnight hours. Let's take a look at that Nexus Center downtown Utica cam. If you look closely, you can see it shaking on your screen. Windy conditions out there as we continue into the evening, and these winds sticking around right on into our Monday morning. 33 degrees right now in Utica. Take a look at the difference, though. That snow continuing up north. Old Forge seeing a nice layer of snow with their temperatures below freezing. So that's the big difference that lake effect snow, the location of it and the temperatures really can make. As we take a look at temperatures, though, we're still pretty much above freezing here. We do drop into the upper 20s as we head overnight. Here's a look at your Yorkville 2 Storm Battery Skycatcher Lake Live radar. You can see 616 lake effect snow well up to the north, some heavier snow at Old Forge just to the west of Boonville. And as you can see, though, dry here, but lake effect will continue. And watch this as I zoom out, you can see the lake effect bands, and we're going to continue to see more bands coming off of the lake, and that's what we're going to be getting as we head overnight. Low pressure passed over us. That's what's causing those northwesterly winds, and as you can see, high pressure out to our west. That's going to build in, and that's actually going to dry us out. So the snow, not all day, it's going to be overnight into Monday morning, and then we'll dry out by Monday evening. So just going to be watching this for the rest of tonight into the start of the work week. Winter weather alert right here. We have a wind advisory, as you can see everywhere. That's in that yellowish tan color. That's for tonight into tomorrow, and that's due to winds, strong winds, wind gusts as well. Take a look as we head throughout the day on Sunday. You could see winds gusts into the 30s, even stronger as we head overnight, mid-30s. We could see a couple wind gusts almost to 40 as we head into Monday afternoon, and they do not die down until we get into the overnight hours on Monday. So wind gusts possible tomorrow between 30 to 40 miles per hour. And that's going to die down, like I said, though we do quiet down as we head into the rest of the week, just watching for those windy conditions on Monday. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast heading throughout the day. As you can see, those lake effect snow bands beginning to move south. We'll continue to see some lake effect snow, but not as much along the thruway, you'll notice, as we head into those overnight hours. Most of it to the north and to the south of the thruway. That'll continue into Monday morning. By Monday afternoon, most of that snow should push out, and we do dry out and clear out as we head towards Monday evening. So not looking at a major snow event, not too much as far as accumulations go, about a trace to 2 inches along the thruway, 2 to 6 inches south and north in that upper area where you can see just to the northwest of Boonville, getting the most amount of snow from this system. Lows tonight into the upper 20s, lake effect snow and windy overnight, and those snows continuing into the morning, just the morning hours, drying out by the afternoon, and those winds, though, sticking around all day long tomorrow. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. We do have a little bit of sun returning for Tuesday and Wednesday as well, and temperatures looking to be in the 50s all week long. More of News Channel 2 after the break.
News with Ben Kinney.
Good evening. The winds have picked up in central New York. We can hear it here on Smith Hill, and we can see it on the multiple weather cameras around the area. How high will those winds go? Let's head over to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Sam Wessing will tell us.
Those winds staying strong as we head into the overnight hours. We're talking wind gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour overnight, close to even 50 by the afternoon on Monday. Temperatures finally dipping below freezing as we continue throughout the overnight hours. It's going to allow a little bit of snow into the overnight. Let's take a look at that night planner. As you can see, we're around 30 degrees right now, but we're going to drop down into the upper 20s as we head overnight. So cooler evening tonight. What I'm going to be watching is lake effect snow continuing tonight into Monday morning. Windy conditions, those will continue right on throughout the day, all day Monday into Monday evening. So still the possibility for some power outages as we head into the overnight as well as throughout the day on Monday due to that wet snow and those winds. Winds, as you can see right now, could be anywhere between 30 miles per hour as we head into the overnight hours. So still going to be pretty gusty throughout the evening. As we continue throughout the overnight, though, you can see right there, light but steady lake effect snow continuing into Monday morning. Temperatures down into the upper 20s, but that snow does come to an end. Could even see some sunshine for tomorrow. Have a full look at that forecast, what you can expect for the start of the work week. Back over to you, Ben.
Sam, thank you very much. We're following breaking news into the
WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good evening. We're talking a little bit of snow, a little bit of wind as we head into the overnight hours, as well as to start your Monday morning. We do have that weather alert to pass along for tonight. We have that wind advisory in effect. As you can see, that's for Oneida, Southern Herkimer, Madison, Otsego, Onondaga counties. This is from tonight all the way until Monday evening. What is expected with this is some gusty winds, especially Monday afternoon. Could be close to almost 50 miles per hour for some areas by Monday afternoon. And as you can see right here, we'll take a look at what we can expect with those wind gusts as we head into the overnight hours and tomorrow. You see overnight wind gusts anywhere into the 30s starting your Monday afternoon, though, as you can see here. Some wind gusts possible, close to almost 50, most of them 40 miles per hour by Monday afternoon. Those will continue right on into Monday evening, and it's not going to be until Tuesday that we'll see those winds begin to calm down by your Tuesday morning. So windy for Monday, and then things getting a lot more quieter as we head throughout the work week. And as you can see, temperatures right now, we are finally below zero, so it's going to see some snow as we continue into the overnight hours. Lows getting into the upper 20s. So as you can see, the lake effect bands coming off of the lake, that northwest wind continuing to generate that as we continue overnight. That low pressure system, that's causing those winds to spin off of the lake, and that's going to push out, and high pressure builds back in by the afternoon on Monday and could leave us with some sunshine to end on Monday. And we'll see all this on our Storm Tracker 2 Skycast. Heading into the overnight, as you can see, those lake effect bands forming, not too much though along the thruway, mostly north and south of the thruway, and this will continue into the early morning hours. By Monday afternoon, most of that lake effect coming to an end, clearing right on now, while some clear skies by Monday night, so could even see a little bit of sunshine by Monday afternoon. As far as that snowfall goes, most of the snow up to the northwest of Boonville seeing the most amount of snow they saw throughout the majority of the day today. Just about a trace 2 inches along the thruway, and a little bit more down to our south as far as snowfall amounts go. But again, for tonight, we're into the upper 20s. Lake effect snow, windy as we head into the overnight hours. For the day tomorrow, a little bit of a difference. We'll start out with that snow, but those winds sticking with us all day. Could see some sunshine again by the afternoon. We do clear out, and highs into the upper 30s for tomorrow. Taking a look at that 7-day forecast, what a change in the weather as we head into the middle of the week. Some sunshine for Tuesday, clouds build back in by Wednesday, but our temperatures, they're right back into the 50s with some rain expected by the end of the work week. More of News Channel 2 after the break.